Hi everyone, I'm Kath. I'm public health nutritionist working at Foodbank WI in Geraldton, and today we'll be doing some demo cooking with our special chef, Shane.
Good morning.
Shane.
G'day everyone out there. Yeah, Shane here.
Yeah, so today we're going to be cooking from our recipe book. We have the Food Sensation for Adults recipe book that we developed in Perth, funded by the Department of Health. And today we'll be cooking the beef stroganoff, so it's on page 36. So you will need some rump steak that I have previously cut. You'll need some peas, some onions, spinach, mushroom, and some flavors with the Dijon mustard and the pepper. So we'll get on going. I'll heat the pan quite high. And then maybe, Shane, would you like to grate the carrots, please, for me,
sure thing.
while I'm going to be cooking the beef? How's that going?
Oh, it's coming along just fine. It's a nice sharp grater, but
Make sure you don't get your fingers there.
not being a regular in the kitchen, I need to make sure I finish this with all my fingers still intact.
That's good. So what's your favorite veggie?
Oh, look, I'm actually a big fan of broccoli, to be honest,
Yeah?
and big broccoli fan.
Raw, cooked?
Oh, definitely cooked. You know, definitely, just nicely steamed, but just still a bit crunchy, but can't go wrong. But if mushroom was a vegetable, I'd count that probably just above that. But
Yeah, we'll have
Lorna's
some.
a fun guy.
Yeah, he is a fun guy. So we'll have a lot of mushroom, we'll have a carrot in there. So we have lots of veggies in that stroganoff. And one point is to make sure that we do have our 5 veggies a day to keep us healthy. Have you tried the raw broccoli before?
Yeah, look, I can't say I'm a big fan of many raw vegetables at all, to be honest. I do like them cooked. Roasted broccoli, steamed broccoli, broccoli in stir fries, but it does have to be kept crunchy. But look, no, raw, probably not so much my thing.
Not your thing. Do you grow it?
No, I tried growing broccoli, little broccolinis.
Yeah.
But they keep going to seed whenever I try and grow them here in Geraldton. So I haven't had much success in that. And when you can buy broccoli for a couple of bucks a bunch sometimes, but going to grow it doesn't quite pay up.
They've been quite expensive recently, like they were up to $9 a kilo, so they've gone...
Wow. Maybe I'll get back to growing them.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe you can even have a stall in front of the house and sell them.
My house backs onto Charlie Priolo's Geraldton Fruit and Veg store, so
that's
when
great.
I'm working on my veggie garden at home, I can look across the road and see vegetables for $1 or $2 a bag, and I'm kind of thinking, geez, I'm putting a lot of work into this for not a lot of economic return, but it still gives you that satisfaction of growing them at home.
Exactly, yeah. Do you grow anything else, like just the herbs and
we grow a lot of herbs at home, so a lot of basil, a lot of chilli, parsley, sage. You know, and at the moment we've got some leeks coming up in the vegetable garden, tomatoes. You can't go wrong with shallots and spring onions. They grow very, very well here in the middle of Geraldton. Eggplants is another real good one. Capsicums are at the moment are certainly growing nice and strong in our garden as well. So we've got a fair bit going on at the moment.
So a bit of a green thumb, eh?
Oh, we like to be a little bit of a green thumb. One of the things I wish I wasn't so good at growing was coriander. I know my fiancée Tammy Rose loves growing coriander, much to my somewhat disgust, but that's all right. We'll get along with it.
It's hard to grow in summer, but beautiful in winter, I find.
Yeah, it's coming along really too well for my liking at the moment, so we'll see how that goes. But we're trying to grow mint. We've had a little bit of struggle with mint. We'd like to...
Mint?
Yeah, I thought that'd be an easy one to grow.
Off, it really,
it
can
hasn't really taken off just yet, but our rosemary grows all year round. You can't go wrong with rosemary either. That's,
Geraldton is quite good.
Yeah, it grows very strong.
So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to fry up my veggies and add my meat back in here. I'll grab the carrots. That's great. Thank you for doing that. And maybe if you can just have a look which step we're up to in the recipe book. So we've done...
So at the moment, we've added our onion. Have we added our garlic?
Yeah, garlic was with the onion.
Beautiful. That was already inside with our onion. That's fantastic. We've got our mushroom. So soon enough, we've got our beef going. That's all looking pretty good. So once you add your Dijon mustard and your beef stock, so 2 tablespoons of each.
2 tablespoons of each. So I might put you on a mission with that one. If you're able to grab a couple of
2 tablespoons here of Dijon.
Yeah.
Just ask a step aside. We maintain our social distancing.
Yeah, I will move a bit away. And I'll put a little bit of beef stock. 2 tablespoons.
A little bit. That's because I couldn't quite get the spoonful there. I've used 3, but
that's okay.
That'll get me to 2.
I think we'll be fine with that.
You never have too much mustard.
Oh, mustard is beautiful, isn't it? You can put that in here if you want. And move that there. And do we need to add some other veggies to that?
We're just about right here now. If we wish to just take it from there, we give it a bit of a stir, and it's probably time then to, once it's all stirred through, pop the lid on and leave it cook there for about 5 minutes.
Perfect. Have you done that sort of recipe before, Shane?
Look, no, I certainly have to be guilty here. I normally get the beef stroganoff packet mixes and just throw it together, but again, having fiancée Tammy being a chef by trade, I have to admit my job tends to involve pretty much what I've just done there. I get to grate, I get to measure the odd thing, and I get out of the way and let the professionals deal with it.
That's great. And by doing it at home, you cut back a lot on your fat and salt intake. So in the commercial foods, you often get a lot of salt put in there as preservatives.
Yeah, look, I hear that a lot, particularly again from Tammy. One of the things I learned, particularly in prepared foods, is the amount of sugar that restaurants and packaged food uses.
Added sugar.
Added sugar
salt,
to take out the salt. They add some more salt, and then add some more sugar, and eventually you end up with a very high energy dense food. So I know when we cook at home with Tammy, it's all very much. There's no sugar, there's much less salt, and it comes out just as delicious, if not more.
Exactly, and you use your chilies from the garden, you use your rosemary and all these flavours that will really bring the food.
Yeah, we cooked a roast just the other night using some Greenough lamb that we swapped for some crayfish. Okay, so we love using our own food, our own vegetables, our own meat, and all that sort of thing. So when we just have wonderful access to ingredients here in the Midwest. So very exciting thing to be doing and being part of here on Geraldton TV.
Yeah, no, it's great. Thank you very much for that, having, us two here cooking on CGG TV. And definitely these recipes are so easy, full of veggies, as I said, trying to get people to increase their veggie intake, take their salt, sugar intake. We have our plate. Have you seen that plate before, Shane? So it's to encourage people to have more veggies. Okay, so therefore the portion size is already set.
Oh, you can't go wrong.
So you have all your veggies. I don't know where I should... Yeah, you have all your veggies in your plate. And when you attend our Food Sensation, you get a veggie, a plate for free. So that's a really good way to get that.
So should I get perhaps going with a little bit of corn flour for that next step while you're there?
And I think we'll have to add the water as well.
Yeah. So you need 1 cup of water.
Yep, I have that here. And you need your corn flour. There. And there.
See if I can try and not make this too clumpy.
It smells fantastic. It's so good in here. Okay, I think we'll be about right. And I might put a little bit of pepper right away so we don't forget. And we can always add more in our plate because that's going to be lunch, right?
Yeah, you bet it will be. Right, and we're actually filming this at lunchtime too, so we've really done well there.
Try to get the timing right. Okay, so that's good. We can put
so now we need to add our corn flour and water mix to the frying pan.
Yeah, and that's going to thick it up. Perfect. So corn flour will act as the thickener, makes the sauce nice and thick.
We better add some yogurt to that as well.
We will in a second, and we'll have our peas and spinach. So I might put the peas and the spinach now, and then add the yogurt at the end, because if you add the yogurt when it's too hot, it kind of curds a bit and doesn't give the smooth look that you're after.
Yeah, well, just as well you're here running the show, I would have mucked it up already.
No, I'm sure it'd be good. Just follow the step, Okay, so I had frozen veggies there. Frozen veggies are another great way to have a backup plan if you're running out of fresh veggies. Have your frozen veggies. Sometimes they're a bit cheaper as well, because some veggies may not be in season, but the frozen veggies are always there. And can we expect another community garden at some point in Geraldton? I've been to the Mitchell one. It's really good there at the moment.
We were talking about that before the show. At the moment, the Mitchell Street Garden out there in Spalding is really starting to take shape.
Yeah.
We know Stan Maley has his little community garden out there on Fitzgerald Street, and that wonderful little one out there at Beachlands as well. So there isn't, at the moment, any plans for any additional community gardens, but we are always looking to hear from the community about what they might like to see in this space.
Because it's a great way to decrease your cost as well, knowing that in the region the cost of veggies is really more expensive than in metropolitan areas. So trying to encourage people to grow their own veggies, having community garden, neighborhood or things like that's probably a good way to
it's a good
help
way to
with
get
the
people
cost.
good way to get people together. You know, you bring the community together.
Yep.
Everyone gets to enjoy the fruits of their labour when it comes to those vegetables. So hopefully, in soon we'll see all that coming ahead.
Oh, that's great.
In even more gardens like you wanted.
Yeah, I'd be just in heaven. That'd be great. Yeah. All right, let's put that yogurt. I'll put that down a bit. It's about a
So
cup.
it calls for a cup.
Yeah.
So I'm going to using a half measuring cup here because I just can't quite fit it all in there. So it'll be 2 half cups. There's one. Well, I could have just tipped it straight out of the container there, I reckon, if I had thought about that a bit more.
Oh, that's all right. That's going to be really yogurty. I like that. Perfect. What do you reckon about that here?
Well, once you stir that through, it's looking pretty delicious, but at the moment, yeah, it's plenty of yogurt.
It is a bit yogurt, isn't it? Right. And a good way I find if you have spring onion, fresh parsley, is to sprinkle on top when you serve it.
Yeah.
Serve it with little pasta shell or a bit of mashed potato. That can be quite nice, or roast potato. Can be quite nice on the side as well. Okay,
so it's calling for a little bit of extra pepper in there, a bit of pepper at the moment.
I've put a little bit in, but I think, you know, it's up to you to add a little bit more in your plate. Once, do you like it spicy?
Yeah, always spicy.
Yeah,
I'd probably add some chilli in there myself.
Some chilli, yep, that'd be great.
Straight out of the garden.
Okay, so I think we should be ready now to probably dish it out soon. And we'll see how it goes. I had cut the beef quite small, so it should be all good. Oops, sorry for the aesthetic. And because I don't have fresh parsley, you know, I'm missing out here on the final touch, but I reckon fresh parsley on that, and you would have a really nice little dish for lunch, or you can have it in a plate if you want, or in your portion plate, and have, you know, your beef stroganoff with a little side salad or some potatoes. So that's it for now for our cooking today. Thank you so much, Shane, for being with us, cooking with us, and entertaining us on your gardening skills. And from me and the Foodbank team, thank you very, very much. Stay safe, stay connected, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Delicious. Thank you very much.
That's a pleasure.